I'm from Shakti, New South Wales, that is a Migrant and Refugee Service Centre, and I'm also an activist of Labour for Refugees. So when the TPV was reintroduced in 2013, the whole point was, the justification was, they wanted to stop the boat. They wanted to set an example. It was a punishment. They wanted to punish people. But they said that this is an example, and we are basically discouraging the people smugglers. But could they? Could they do it? No, they didn't. In 2001, the asylum seekers number increased to 5,000 from 2,900. So TPV really didn't set an example. It didn't discourage the smugglers. So that was not, evidence doesn't support it. But that was the point coalition government gave all the time. And whenever Labour called, Labour has the policy and the target to abolish TPV, and it took this stand in 2015 conference, and we decided and we declared that we will abolish TPV and Safe Haven Enterprise Visa. Whenever Labour said anything like that, there was always an attack from the other side, from the coalition government, that Labour Party is very weak in border protection. It will open the border, more people will come. It doesn't have any relation. It is a scare campaign. It is a fear campaign. So there will be many people who will not go into the detail and will believe in that, but they're mutually exclusive. Labour Party always said that we are hard on border protection, and we will remain hard, and we will keep processing the offshore, we will keep doing it. All TPV holders are similarly suffering, as Ruby mentioned, that they don't have, they can't bring their families, they have restriction on the overseas travel, and obviously uncertainty, that is huge. Every 3 years they have to renew. And so it will keep going. They don't know what will happen in future. They can't see their future. So this is a very big uncertainty they have. And family reunion. That is something we can't really accept. Can we? Not in modern era. We can't really accept it. Now, Labour for Refugee is campaigning hard to bring a change in policy for family reunion of the Rohingya people who are already here in Australia. So my study shows that there are 1,933 Rohingya people who are here in Australia by themselves. So they are either in TPV or SHEF, but their families are overseas. As you all know, the situation of Rohingya people in Bangladesh and in Myanmar. So what happened is people who are in TPV came by boat, and mostly they were the men and the families. So their wives and kids are there either in Bangladesh or in Myanmar. And Rohingya situation is a very big example of gender-based violence. So women are in very vulnerable situation, and also their kids are there, and kids don't have any education. So there will be a generation without education. Can we really help them? Can we at least help those people who are here already? Can we bring their families? We are talking about all TPVs, but this is a specific campaign that I am doing, and I'm doing with everyone in Labour for Refugees. This is for Rohingya people, Rohingya family reunion. We are campaigning to bring their families. So let's say 1,900 people are here. If we bring their families, there will be about 6,000 to 7,000 people. And our humanitarian intake is anyway 18,700 people currently, which will increase. But the thing is, no one is listening. But there's a big discrimination which we find in the report of Amnesty International and also Refugee Coalition, Action Coalition and ARCOA. So we can see the report that in last 6 years, only 37 people got the permanent protection visa, which is a shame. So there is obviously a certain level of discrimination involved there. So we need to highlight it. So why is there discrimination? No one can answer that. So obviously the government is punishing people who came by boat. All right, so it is not the validity of their visa application, it is the mode, how they came here. So, which is a real shame. So, I'm very glad that RAC is very active, Labour for Refugees is very active, and ARCO is very active in bringing an end to TPV. And so we should bring an end to the psychological distress these people have. There should be an end to this. Their situation is permanent. Why should they be in temporary protection visa? Their situation is not temporary. They should have a better life. And refugees need permanent protection to get on with their new lives. And yeah, let's campaign hard, let's bring an end to TPV, and let's give them what they deserve. Thank you.